Greetings to all. Welcome all. Now, this greetings of joining hands is very practical now because, like they call it namaste, means bow down to the higher self, bow down to the higher self. They call it, uh, you know, Namaha Asti. Namaha means bow down to Asti means I amness. I amness. So bow down to the divine self within each one. So hmm, we can. Where is the pause? Wait. Okay. And okay. Okay. Yeah. Not yet. Oh yeah. We can put on not yet. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. We started and then we made the pause.
All right. Sorry again, we're late.
It's all right.
Here we go. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
That's where the dog sits. Doggy chair. She's in the baby's room. Wow, you have a stained glass.
Hmm?
You have
Okay.
stained glass.
Which one?
The stained glass. That's pretty.
Okay. So, yeah, the topic about the ego. All right. So we can stream. Will stop immediately, and you will no longer be live. So not yet. Okay. Yeah. We are talking about the ego, and again, the greetings to all. Greetings to the beloved within the same meaning as the namaste. Namaha aste. Asti means I amness. I amness which reflects through the body mind. So when you talk about the ego, what is that is speaking? Who is it that is speaking?
Would you like us to try and answer?
Yeah, like
So-
talking.
Yeah, so
talk.
maybe it's, to me, if it's, what the ego would be is thinking of yourself as separate from everything else.
Yeah, separate from, well said. But the paradox is it appears as separate. How and why?
Because of the body?
Because of the body, yeah. And suppose if the body disappear, then where is the I am?
Probably gone, although, I don't know, I don't
So
remember.
are we separating it from the mind or not?
Yeah, like the ocean, and then the bubble appear,
Mhm.
and the bubble says, I am the bubble, and the bubble disappear, disappear. Where the bubble? Again, the same.
Incorporate, all in one.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why two aspects, visible and invisible. The bubble appeared, but after a while it disappeared, and then again appear. So many bubbles appear and disappear. So the appearance of the body mind appears as separate entity, yet it is one wholeness at the same time, simultaneously appear, disappear. One is visible, other is invisible. The third was the
Mhm.
threads before. But when you give it a form, then the threads disappear and disappear. So our mind catch to the visible because we are in form. So name and form are the language. Like when you walk today, you see, look, the beautiful pink flowers. You see
Yeah. Mhm.
and the white flowers, the white flower. And what is the appearance actually is the Mother Nature telling 2 days, 3 days ago, the rain came
Mhm.
and it appeared through the land. This is saying, hello, I'm here. Before 2, 3 days, when the rains were not there, only one
Mhm.
tiny. Now there are like 10 or 1 dozen, more than that. It's the dance of the Mother Nature. Mother Nature dance. Now the world we see is nothing but the Mother Nature. Then, but who is the one who notices and sees? That is the Mother Nature and something beyond. That's what we are talking today. The reflections of the ego and its reflections, and how is it born, the ego? When little child, the ego less developed, 5 year, 10 year, 15, 20, the ego is more full-blown bubble. It is not different than balloon, full-blown. And then the paradox is that it is the apparently appearance of the invisible wholeness, and nothing wrong with that. It's absolute and relative together. But we forget the reality, and we get entangled in the ego takeover. As we were talking last time, the garden and the weeds. Weeds take over. The unimportant become all important.
Yeah, easily.
The ego take the form. Where is the ego? You show me. You will discover and try to catch it. You will not.
Yeah.
It is like a ghost. Whatever it get in, it becomes the form. See, we were talking last time, the four P's, the entanglement, the hypnosis of what are the four P's, invisible, formless form, the parents, preachers, politicians, police, they program us a computer inside and you don't know. And then it become all important. So then you have got those things, but you are still restless because the mind, which think all important, is not satisfied. What those four P's gave you, what they gave you, the parents, preachers, politicians, you get more. They are in the same state. You get more, then you will survive and will be somebody. So when we analyze 80%, 90% money, dollar, work hard to earn more dollar, more balance. But that is the fakery. That the biggest lie you have been taught. Work hard or by hook or crook and bank balance. Those both things are dreamy dream. Why? Life is here now, isness that you miss and you gain all lies and faith. I'm not talking of working hard. Working hard, stressful means causing so many diseases. Disease. Then what life? Why? Because no matter you have bought the lies and you have become lies. What is your life? Stressful, anxietyful situation. The seers, they say that know thyself. Why? That is the most important thing. Because by knowing thyself, you discover you have been falsified in the lies. Why? Because life is to live, not thinking, stinking, working hard. You were looking, they are living the life, they're living, The human beings have these two eyes and that divide the life. That the life of the mind. It is not the eyes, but the mind. Mind, thinking machine is more like a seizure. Good, bad, right, wrong. Good, bad, right, wrong. Then we are talking of the Tao Te Ching or Lao Tzu or all the seers. They say isness, amness, I-amness, which is beyond the name and form, is nothing but the wholeness. The other word, wholeness without the two. Effortless effort, even work without the work. What that means, effortless effort. That's beyond the pleasure. That's beyond the ultimate pleasure. So once you are established in the pure self, effortless living, you will never go for the rat race. But we invest our clever thinking, smart, what smart? Smart, which has given you diseases, anxiety. So, prime health, perfect health is based on not only prevention, but what is perfect. And the proof is the mind is always seeking what is perfect. Now, it find in the things, mind want to find what is perfect. Yes, it has experience of perfection in the womb. In the womb means effortless living. It's like intoxication. However many months. Then it want to repeat the same perfect living. What that means? Effortless, food, clothes, shelter, effortless. It says then, oh, my mom was doing for this, but now I'm separate. I'm constricted, I'm separate. I'll have to create my own food, clothes, shelter, and security. And in doing so, it overdoing, because all other friends, relatives are doing, running a rat race. But what mind is seeking is the no mind state. No mind state that is perfectly perfect, although, it's like we can understand and not understand, but still understand the ocean. The ocean and the waves are not separate. It's one wholeness. And sometimes come bigger wave, but still the wholeness. So the security which mind, body looking, where is it?
The security? Where's the security?
Security it is looking. It's looking. It's looking through long life, name, fame, money, but it is not in those things. Because body, mind are like the waves are coming from the wholeness. They apparently appearance. They are not, they will have to assimilate. Body mind has to go back in the same, dust to dust. It appear. You are not a separate person, but it give you the idea of separateness. How the ocean and the wave can be separate? It appear as separate, but it is not separate. So you never die. You have given an illusion that, okay, this name and form, Lenny is this. That is the illusion. So this idea of immortality is not that you become immortal, because you are not to begin with. You're not a person, but you have misunderstood as the presence as the person. Suppose if the wave of the ocean thinks that, oh, I am Miss Lily, I am Miss Kelly, I am Miss Pilly, three of them, they will have hard time because it is wrong knowledge, it is deceptive. It appears as separate, but is not separate. So you are not the people. You are not the person. You are presence, wholeness, appearing as, operating as person, which is not wrong, which is the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you are the big zero, big wholeness. And imagine once you enjoy the joy of the wholeness, then you will never run after little place. Why? Because you are the wholeness in the womb. And that the ultimate. And even in the sound sleep, you are one with the wholeness. Not the name, not the form. Name and form is fake, and it gives fake illusion that I am looking for security. Ho, 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 ho. You are with the godliness. You cannot be separate, even if you think you're separate. So, ego is fake illusion to begin with. And then it dress, it clothes, it do rubbing of the skin, all those are fake. All those are illusory. That is passing by, passing by, passing by. But still remain the wholeness, not knowing that you are wholeness. You appear as separate. Why? Because the government has given you ID, fake ID, name and form, name and form, name and form. Bubbles. But when you live as a wholeness and wake up to the wholeness, not only pleasure, but they realize, Master, they call it, thy will be done. The natural flow without the flow, effortless effort, then non-working without the working, winning the war without the war, working without the work. That's what the birds and the animals do. The birds chirping, singing, not now, in the morning when they feel, even the crows. That's the Mother Nature singing. Then these flowers are singing. They say, hello. Yeah, there are 1 dozen of them. 10 days ago, there was only one. So, the language have conditioned us and we think we are clever. Yes, it gives some comfort, language and words, but it gives so much of what we are indicating. Suppose if you are dreaming not 20 minutes, you are dreaming like, 4 hour, 5 hour, what would happen? Your health will deteriorate because in the health you are having nightmare, all dream. So that's what the mind, which you are as ego, when it only is there when it needed. You need to drive a car, you need to, then that's why good as a servant, bad as a master. The ego, you cannot be without the ego. Ego is not bad, but when ego become the master and your eagerness become the servant, that's the switch. You see the difference? Like the bodybuilder get identified to the this. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, not 1 year, not 5 years. They think that is the life. That is the life muscle, right? Muscle and muscle. And it's nothing wrong or bad, but watch and wait when it comes their older age. Then they realize, I invested in the limited.
Yeah.
I did not have the. Then they realize, which go very quick, 20, 40 years go pass by. It's like the queen of the beauty actress not knowing what is beauty. They think the nose and Sophia Loren, that is my beauty, and that pass like a dream. Do you know that they go in depression? Because they did not understand the real beauty of the wholeness and eagerness, which already is. It is not man-made, which is not younger and old, and bubbly and old, and go and gone and gone. That's what mind is looking, which is timelessness, wholenessness, which is eternal, eternity. And that's what is the mind is seeking, the no mind, effortless, automatic. And can we watch and observe the real Mother Nature happening every morning when we wake up? The breathe which is breathing. Are you doing the breathing? Are you sending the breathing? No. And we forget appreciating what is beyond the name and form. That's what in India they pictorial language, pictorial words, third eye. Third eye means unified wholeness, not the two. The mind is very good. The mind is very good when you are to compare the material things, computer, shirt, shoes, then is practical. But there is something which is cannot be compared. Mother is mother. Motherhoodness is motherness. You don't discard old or young or you see what you people relations are broken up and breaking up. Why? Because people put value to houses, things, cars they drive, and sooner or later, after a few years, someone gain weight, someone lose weight, and boom, boom, yeah, and then they, within, not even with the other person, within their own mind, they are fighting. All the actresses, all the boom, 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 whether it is royal family, whether it is Meghan or ba, 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 ba. So, you can live at the level of the beloved. Beloved is the other word for the wholeness. And what the difference? The difference is you get fulfilled. It is not the passivity, it's the supreme activity. Supreme activity. As Mother Nature is doing to you, the liver function, the digestive function, all that is rhythm. But we consume our precious energy into mundane, and soon the life passes by, 20, 40, 60 pass by and waste the life into wasting things. But the blessed is one who wake up to the royal beloved within you as you, not all the religions, not the belief system, not all the fearful systems. No, cannot be spoken. God is not something to explain or talk about. Only the lies and the false and the fake can be recognized as the fake. That's all. That's all it needs. You already are in, you are So that's why it cannot be spoken through the words and try to capture it or try to understand it. None of those. Like to share it with others is very important. Why? When you're sharing this kind of wealth, the more you give, the more it multiplies within you. Suppose you have art of cartography, artography, you put one sentence in with the, what do you call, cartography? You write very,
Calligraphy. Oh yeah, calligraphy, the fancy
you
handwriting.
you write the, there is no God but God. God you cannot learn because you already are. See those beautiful, and she has good talent of the music. That way, when you express and explain to people through the art, then it multiplies, and you're not giving to anybody. You're affirming and dancing within your life. See, there are, suppose you have dog, one is you love, another person you have dog because you need it, third person have a dog because want to protect or bark, different level. What is the royalty? Royalty means without the need, it is celebration. What is celebration? Celebration means without the purpose, purposeless purpose. Automatic, like these flowers are blooming and booming and blooming. Why? Because of no reason. You see? The spring is coming for what? Will they send you a tax bill? So human man-made always is, nothing wrong with it, but it is not aligned with the wholeness and isness. Once you are aligned with the wholeness and isness, then you don't need to play music and dance. Your life itself become musical. And every act, every you get up, you sit there, it becomes a dance. Natural. That's why the dogs and cats don't have disco bar and club to have extra time for their pleasure. Life itself is.
Yeah, they don't need a special location
Yeah,
that to drive to enjoy.
yeah, because human being has divided life into work and play and pleasure.
Yeah.
Different fragments. Nothing wrong with that. It's only the difference of the real and unreal. Reflection. Reflection and the real. You see the real and reflection? Like when one go out, one see the reflection of yourself. That reflect is not you, that is your reflection. So it divide two. Two. So whenever those numbers 1 to 9, those are the divisions of the real one. And this is the real one. What is the supreme real? That is the Lord itself, or you can put the name beloved itself. Is one wholeness, isness, without the name and the form. Yet it includes the name and the form, and yet at the same time, like you as the dream and the wake, the same way, both are enjoying. So those are the subtle diseases. There are diseases of coronavirus. The more dangerous diseases are when people divide up and fight and kill millions and hate and living hateful living. Hateful living means not flowing. It's just ruling. That's all. So real living is the constricted mind and ego. Because that control and constriction is fake bubble, fake dream. Even you are walking in White House or Royal House or Taj Mahal or whatever, but you are still constricted fear. So that's why all the kings used to bow down to the realized masters. And realized masters were not the powerful people, but they don't need the power because they were one aligned with the wholeness. Wholeness already is. It is just giving and flowing like the oceans flow, air flow, sunlight flows. Without the flowing without the flow. You got it, or what the question?
Yeah, I like, I don't think I've ever heard it said that way, that it's not about having power, it's about aligning. So instead of grabbing and trying, you actually just
Yeah, because
go.
imagine you have a separate balance, but if it's joint account, you don't need separate. You don't need separate. Can appear as separate, but has full access of the joint account. So then it's like two without the two.
So this is just how people perceive it, though. They perceive that they're separate, and I'm gonna get the power,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the money, I'm gonna get the
Because the
fame.
fear is there,
Mhm.
big fear. Tomorrow something may happen, then I will be stranded. The fear, FEAR, false entity appear as real. So the fear is the bigger power because fear, everything moves. What the nations do, they give injection of fear to each other. Yeah, nuclear. Hey, you have only 5 bombs, I have 20 of them. When they meet each other, they give subtle messages to each other. And that is called superpower. But superpower is nothing but a dream. Why? Because control is illusion. is illusory. It appears as superpower, as Persia, Iran, England, French, all appear and disappear. These houses belong to some other name, some other name, some other name. It's just only, it's a bubble. The material superpower, what do you think bigger power if you can't breathe? So, all the demand of dollar, sex, power, all fake, fakery, fake. And the person who is into the natural state, that's why the Catholic talk of Christian virginity, because there is a bigger state of consciousness which is more royal than other fake taste. These senses are stealing us, these 10 senses. They consume all the attention and awareness, consume. And then we become addicted either to the taste, tongue, or seeing. Some people seeing all the time, TV, get addicted, or ear, those. But it is one queen, the awareness. It get distributed into the what? Things, material, objects. That's what Lao Tzu talk 10,000 things. 10,000 things. The material world is $1. But the dollar is fake because it is when the trust was there in the old time, they did not need the dollar, gold or paper. Why? The trust was there. Alive. Alive means what? You are a farmer. I am a barber. I'll exchange. Automatic. Even if you go in those, and that's what even in US maybe scientists maybe 1% or 2%, 1%, not even 1%. The rest is like mob. So-called psychologists are bums because they keep on analyzing the mind which is fake. The doctors are themselves, physical doctor because they don't know anything about health. They know pathological or whatever they can see through microscope, but that is not as good as Ayurveda because Ayurveda understands not only prevention but perfection of health. And they are looking at that. But beyond the body and mind, that is the prime foundation of all, which is beyond the name and form. That who am I? Now people say, who am I? Why do I waste my time? Hey, you are a time bomb to begin with. You are a bum and a bomb, both together. Bum and a bomb. Why? Bomb means to explode, and bum means you are a bubble. Know your reality, which is not unreal, and then no more running on any level, physical level, comparison, or physical or mental or economic, all is that going is gone. Seeker is gone. You have arrived to the beloved space right here, right now. Only come out of the fake name and form. And it is so natural, so easy, so simple. You cannot need to understand it or learn it. And that's what I was telling that look, you put in the art that way. You are not separate, appears as separate. The love has nothing to do with another person. Love is the state of being. Being. Be. Just be. Yeah? Imagine one don't want to say against religions and anything, but only talk of daily life. From thinking to flowering, that we can talk. Unless